Oh, good. Well, it looks like we're going to have to do the announcements ourselves because for some reason, everybody has left the building. Don't know why they left the building. I didn't tell them to leave the building. But it is
happens
what
when
it
you
is.
have unpaid help.
Oh, man. All right, everybody.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Top of the time zone. I'm Alan C. You're with Johnny J in the house. Welcome to the Innervision FM universe, folks. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast. Brought to you by the Chinook Foundation, the Denver Foundation, Colorado Art Relief Fund, Eeny Meeny Grants, and Richard Damiano down at the Littleton Eye Clinic, as well as Christian Brothers Moving Company, based in Phoenix, Arizona, Englewood, Colorado, also in the great state of Texas.
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, we have an exciting topic today, and it's for you musicians out there. So let's cut the music there. Studio monitor. No, I didn't want studio monitor.
Don't try this at home, folks.
Yes, that's okay. Let's stop you. Yeah. Well, I guess it refuses to stop itself. Studio monitor. What is a studio monitor? All right, I guess we're just gonna have to let the music play on out.
Well, you might have thought that recording artists that use Pandora, I lost it. I got technical difficulties on my end as well.
Oh man. Yeah, I was finding out something about Pandora, and some of the stuff, I would do for my artists, but I think I'm going to send the artists and say, do this, because Pandora has got some fantastic new features on it. And,
Really?
And I didn't know that it was owned by Sirius XM.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as you know, well, some of you may not know that if you get your music played on Sirius XM, it's a payout. It's about like $140, because it's a subscription, and that's just what they pay.
Well, for years they've been at the center of the music industry, and a lot of folks don't know about Pandora so much anymore, with so much to choose from. Pandora is just another music streaming service that you, the independent musician, can take advantage of. Folks, independent musicians are the heart and soul of Innervision FM. We try to promote grassroots musicians, whether they're physically disabled, financially challenged, or both. And so if you're an independent musician, we want to hear from you. Hit us up at info@innervisionfm.com and drop us an email in the subject line. Just give us a shout out. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll see what we can do to get your music heard worldwide
Yeah.
in the
And
Innervision FM universe.
And a lot of the stuff we're going to say tonight is paperwork, even though we're not going to use paperwork. It's online typing in stuff and just getting all your P's and Q's lined up so you can receive your royalties. And if you're an artist, you're your own record company, because you can be that nowadays. But you have to do everything a record company does, unless you outsource it, or you have a willing wife or husband or brother or sister, and they say, okay, I'll take care of this part, you take care of that part. Right?
Tom McDonald, he's a big independent recording artist in the news lately with a song called American Flags. Not promoting them, obviously, because YouTube doesn't like it when we promote things like American flags or Jason Aldean stuff. But, YouTube is, well, they're on and off. They like to turn us on and turn us off. We're working on additional ways that you, the listener, or you, the viewer, can avail yourself of some unfettered, uncensored content. So do stay tuned for that throughout the course of this year. Once I get a home and I get stable, I can start working a little bit more on making that happen. But do stay tuned. And if you want to hear some unfettered topics, hit us up at the info@innervisionfm.com email address. We're live 365 currently, and I think that's going to change as well. But currently, you can catch us on your smart speaker by asking it to play KINV-DB Innervision FM on TuneIn. And that's really, on the back end, the whole live 365 thing is kind of on the back end. You're not going to really see much of that. That's just what it's powered by. But we are looking at picking up some additional ways to get stuff done. If you want to become a sponsor, let us know. And you'll also be added to the email list, newsletter kind of thing, so that you can stay abreast of upcoming events, promotions, contests, and more. So for years, folks have been really thinking that you may not be able to make much in the way of royalties, money, this kind of thing using Pandora. And that's just not the case. I mean, there's a lady that we heard about, and she is exclusively on DistroKid. And she's making, looks like 20 grand a month. She's hitting it pretty hard, and she is actually producing herself. We're just an outlet. We just want to take the gatekeepers and get them out of the way so that the independent recording artist or musician can be creative with AI and other tools. Why, there's never been a better time to be a musician. You don't even need to really know how to play anymore. That's pretty crazy. But if you're an accomplished musician, why, you've already got a leg up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was just thinking about this. Well, I've been thinking about this Pandora like all day, and they have this feature. When you sign up as an artist, and if you have your album already out there, and it's already listed like that, it could be sent to Pandora. It has, and this is really fantastic. You can record a little message introducing your song, and you could feature that song, or you could feature an album, and they'll review it. And I think they said it takes like 20 minutes for it to review everything like that before they put it out there. So maybe it may take a little while, but it'd be well worth your time to use that and record a little message saying, hey, this song is about this, and click on here to check me out. And I think it might have something where you can embed like a link to go to your website.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So when you sign up for ASCAP, BMI,
BMI, yeah.
and I can never remember the other one, you can input that stuff. And that's really how the job is done. The days are gone where you've got a third party medium where, the stream provider like Pandora or something like that, they would have to get paid and then they would then pay you. This is being done a little bit differently now where you're putting in the IRSC codes, you're putting in all the ASCAP or BMI uh, information, and they will go ahead and they'll pay you directly.
Oh
So,
yeah.
the more streams you get, the more followers that you have, the more folks that are exposed to your music, obviously, the more you get paid.
Oh yeah.
The big joke is getting rich 99 cents at a time. And
Oh,
go
let me
ahead.
interject this. Okay, with Pandora. Now this is information that was 2020 information because I got 2021, then I got 2020. I guess the number 6 in and so you have to do about 720
720, yeah,
yeah
730, somewhere around there.
to get I guess was it $3 or it's some amount like that. But
Right.
if you're in Spotify, you only have to have 223
Mhm.
to get that same amount. So it's kind of like it's kind of like
Well,
so
the idea is we want to hit them all. We want to try to help you, the independent recording artist, and that's where AI comes into play. You can actually market your stream material using AI, and it actually acts like a staff member that never sleeps. So this AI stuff is a real game changer. It's like having somebody who has got 100 cups of coffee coursing through their veins, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They always work, they never rest, and they don't stop. Um,
yeah,
it's a really good thing.
yeah,
To hear more about this and other topics, you really need to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps the algorithms out. And sometimes there are platforms like YouTube and things that
yeah,
they like us for a while, and then we say a little whoopsie, and
yeah,
the algorithms
yeah.
kind of ding us. So we need your help. Do like these things, share them, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the material we try to cover. We do
Yeah.
cover. Go ahead.
And if you want to get this information, just shoot us an email,
Mhm.
info@innervisionfm.com, info@innervisionfm.com, and we'll send you a free PDF of some of this information that we have. And it goes into a lot, it's going to go into a lot more details like names and and, and step by step and all that kind of stuff. And we're out there, we want to help you guys get where you're going.
That's right. We want to take those gatekeepers out of the way and open the floodgates wide because, for too long, the record labels and the music industry has been locked down and people would parcel out this information. Why should that be? I mean, we just want to put all the cookies on the lower shelf so that you could get at them at your leisure and at your convenience. I mean, we live in the 21st century and it's all about convenience. So why not for the independent musician? Why not for the recording artist? I mean, this is an awesome thing. Now, I understand you started a school as well.
Oh yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
us a little bit about that.
Innervision FM is like a school for like blind and disabled podcasters, where we really teach you like the inner business of negotiating contracts and getting the rate of pay that you're worthy of as you get in the station and give you the resources that you can actually get on our actual station, and work on building your audience and just, helping you be accountable, because that's the most thing is like sometimes, if you're just doing it yourself, you're like, I'm not motivated to post tonight, but but if you're
That's right.
that's when I say, hey, yeah, go ahead and post, don't slack, that really helps. And so we provide a way you can do that. And yeah, so it's happening.
We try to help out with mentorship, encouragement, positive feedback,
Mm.
and there's no criticism here. You're doing it all wrong.
Yeah,
It's
no.
here's how you can do it differently to net
Mm.
greater success.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the day I and just to step off the topic a little bit, I helped to make Janet Griswold $10 happier today.
Hey, why'd you do that?
Well, every year as a nonprofit, we have to show what we earned in the previous year, and
Oh, right.
we have to fill out all that paperwork, and then
And then they
Okay.
have you submit that, and it's a
Yeah.
regulation that you have to pay to submit your work.
yeah. So and if
That's
we're
a-
late, they charge us $50 if you're late.
Oh, gotta
So,
love the gov.
Yeah, so I had until August 15th. So before the show today, instead of like prepping or not doing, prepping and prepping, I went over there and did that. So I got to get this paperwork out of the way. And well, can we really just call it paperwork, or do we just call it digital work?
I don't know. Digital paperwork? I have no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
It
So,
does take $1,300 a month to keep this thing on the air, and not to be a erstwhile fundraiser or a digital panhandler, but we need your help. Hit us up at intervisionfm.com. That's www.intervisionfm.com, and on that website, in addition to the promotions, events, different things that you'll find a way that you can help us via donation. If you want to be a sponsor, all that kind of stuff is there.
Yeah, and I'll give you guys a little hint. Okay, I just got an email from Tim Scott, and I'm gonna use that email, but I'm gonna go to AI and say, AI, I like Tim Scott's call for action,
Mhm.
but let's make it into Innervision's call for action.
Why not?
Yeah, why
not?
not? And the AI will do that. We'll do that for you. So you could say, okay, write me up a script like, I think those strips are about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you can have AI write it up for you, and then say, okay, I really want to pitch this album. This is what it's about. And then boom, give me 15 seconds. And it will write you up a 15-second thing where you could just read it off, make it sound natural, read it off. And then, you're enticing your friend. Well, another thing this Pandora thing has, it will help you. And this is a little bit of what MySpace used to do. It will help you locate where are the people that are listening to your music the most.
Oh, that's absolutely right. That's called
is a
analytics.
Yeah, that's a game changer right there. And I don't know if it gives, because I'm going to try it here next few days. Because I know they're probably not going to give you the email addresses, but to know that information, then you could say to us, hey, go to my website, leave your email address so I can book a concert in your city and bring the experience to you. So I'm sure there's a way to get around that. So,
So if you're a songwriter, principal artist, musician, if you're all things all wrapped up in one, we can help you. If you're not, we can help you. Bottom line is we got you covered.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we'll be that support system. Like I said, we're going to do like a really intense, fundraiser here coming up here. We got people on board to really help that out. And we're going to definitely raise some funds. And it is exciting. All this stuff is very exciting. And if you like music, if you have a passion for it, that's why you're in it, because you have this passion for music and you want to share your God-given gift. And shoot, I mean, it is a God-given gift. And so Pandora is just one of those ways you can do it. And like I said, you could do it like, it's only like what, $9.95 a month, which is not too bad if you want to get like into that realm where you cut out the commercials, but yet you submit some funds towards royalties, yours and others, right?
Yeah, because there's a couple of different types of royalties out there. There's a non-interactive streaming and there's interactive streaming. So it's interesting.
And if you want to give access to a team, it's only $14 a month, and then you can give access to around 6 people on your team.
Right.
So yeah, they're putting together little things and putting it out there and help pushing your music forward.
It's kind of like the old days when you had a street team. Those were folks that you would put together and they would run out and beat the bricks for you and do the things while you were producing your music or while you were doing other things like shooting videos. But, because everything is online now, you can have a much broader fan base, a much greater reach.
Yeah. Oh, and also one of those little tidbits. Now, they're saying like, okay, you can put the music into Sound Exchange, which I'm gonna check mine because I put a boatload of like songs in Sound Exchange and I haven't checked to see if it is doing what it says it's gonna do, because it's a nonprofit as well, and they have to get BMI and ASCAP to let loose up some of the money they were just stockpiling for whatever reason. So Sound Exchange is one of those ones where they say that they will go out and get your international digital royalties as well. And so, but it's a little challenging. I had a lady help me that she was really good at it, and thank God she was there and she put it in the right format, and now I got that format so I can just upload stuff myself. But it's like, once you learn how to do it, and if you want to get access to someone like that if you went to Sound Exchange and say, oh man, this is daunting, for a little donation, we'll give you access to this young lady, and she can help you out and go from there.
Absolutely right. So you've got non-interactive streaming, and that deals with, I don't know. Let's just say it's kind of like a radio station. You set this thing up. It's your playlists or, things like this. It's driven by what you've listened to in the past. So it'll suggest certain other recording artists that you listen to and this kind of thing. But there's also this other stuff called on-demand streaming. That's where the real money is. So once you get your plays using on-demand streaming, people are paying per song for your music. And whereas it used to be that albums were where it was, I mean, you'd have to create a whole 15-song album or a 13-song album. Singles have gotten really big over the years. So oftentimes what recording artists will do is release a single, and they'll get a big fan base just off of one song. I brought up Tom McDonald and his new song, American Flags. I think it might be number 6 on YouTube or 4 on YouTube, something around there. They were trying to push to number 1, and they were competing with Jason Aldean with Try That in a Small Town. But patriotism is something that is really coming back here in America,
yes.
and we are super proud of that. So,
definitely.
I mean, we're American made. We're American born. We love freedom. We love liberty, and we're not your basic person that talks about loving freedom and liberty. We try to live it, especially as blind folks, because independence is important to us. We want to try to do things as independently as possible. And, once we find a way to get the job done independently, we then want to mentor others so that they then can also enjoy the same level of independence, so that the 70% or 80% or 90% unemployment rate can be addressed. And so that the basic taxpayer, like you might be, won't have to be footing the bill for folks to sit on their thumb all the live long day and collect their SSI or SSDI check. And nothing bad about that. I'm a recipient of the of SSDI, but of course I worked to get this. So it's not that I'm entitled, but I do want to eventually get back off the system. And once I am off the system, I want to show other folks how to get off the system. And in this brave new world of centralized digital banking currencies, how to stay off that system.
Definitely. And there's definitely money to be made out there. It's just a matter of locating and getting your niche, and then putting in. It's so many. It's a system that you could put in, and like I noticed, like with this Dr. Bobby Price, he these emails they sent out to me, that's all planned out. And yes. I guess I could do the same thing with MailChimp, which I'm doing. I'm working on now to follow up with the person where it's working for you while you sleep.
That's the main thing is automation. Yes. That's the main thing. That's where it's at, because everybody does need sleep sometimes. Not everybody drinks 100 cups of coffee a day like I do.
Oh man. Oh, and speaking of like the American pie, have you ever made like an apple pie from scratch?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of this homemade. I was at a place and they said like they had some barbecue beans, but it had bacon chips in it. And I said no, but I said I really would. I wanted that barbecue thing. So I'm looking up a recipe now. I'm gonna get to that and make me some barbecue beans with mushrooms.
Oh boy, I'll be right over.
Oh man. So you guys, hey, you want to get some more information? Like I said, info@Innervision FM, info@innervisionfm.com, and we'll send you information about getting your music and getting your royalties from Spotify, because it's not only just good to get your music on Spotify. If you don't have the metadata right, if you don't have the back end right, you're not going to see any money. You're not going to see any money.
That's
right.
And
so that's just throwing money out the window.
That's absolutely right. It's like leaving money on the table and inviting a bunch of your gangster friends over and saying, hey, I'm having a party. You guys want to come over? And they see all this money on the table. That stuff's gone quicker than anything. So, it's only important that we bring that up for you.
Yeah. So we want to help you with this, and we want you to get here, and don't forget to give a shout out once you get there and say, hey, we learned that off of Innervision FM.
That's right. That's right.
It's kind of cool. All right, man, we're gonna let everybody go. We'll be back tomorrow with another show, and if you have any ideas about upcoming shows you would like to hear, info@innervisionfm.com, and we'll try to get it on for you. Okay. All right.
Have a good one, everybody. God bless.